Pledge allegiance to the flag, please. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We will end in a silent prayer. Amen.
Amen.
Looks like we're getting a month's worth of rain in one day, people. So anyway, all right, we're in the Town of Bath Municipal Center at November 21st, 5:30 in the evening. Could I have the roll call, please?
Scott Murphy.
Here.
Susan Lexus here. Elizabeth Skinner. Here. Mary Lynn Hickey. Here. Rebecca McLeod. Here. Greg Sheen.
Here.
And Tom Hall.
Here.
I have a quorum. So can we review the minutes of the council meeting from November 7th, 2023? I'll take any corrections and additions that we need to put if it needs to be, and we can do it as common consent. Everybody else, everybody good with it?
Yes.
Okay. Common consent? Okay. All right, we got persons before us this evening. We have Clint Daly with the Morgan County Association for Food and Farm here, and we will give him the floor.
Oh, wait, I know. Oh, yeah. Well, so I guess we are here from the Morgan County Association for Food and Farms, to present a check for the community garden for, I guess, the beginning of next year in the amount of $2,000. That about sums that up.
All right.
We'll applaud.
I mean, unless you don't want it.
No, I want it.
If you want to donate more, that's fine,
Yes.
But we'll take the 2,000, definitely. Thank you very much. That's awesome. I mean, so now it's on back there for you to get that straightened out. I want some tomatoes next year, okay?
Yes, sir, we can get
Okay.
you some tomatoes.
Okay.
Tomatoes
and corn.
get some tomatoes too.
It's a good thing we planned out.
That's it. So, all right, moving along, communications from the mayor.
I got cake too.
Oh, okay.
Kate, I missed it. Sorry, Kate. I got so excited for the $2,000.
I'm here on behalf of the tree board. Last year when we made our application to Tree City USA, it was accepted, but a comment was made that what we do has outgrown the 2005 ordinance. And so we've spent the last year working with the ordinance committee to have a new proposal. As I said, it essentially describes more accurately what we do. So for example, the old ordinance stated there was supposed to be an arborist attending meetings. That hasn't been the case for as long as I've been on the tree board. But we do have a tree steward. We've been very fortunate to have tree stewards who are knowledgeable about the issues before us. We have also included the various national documents that determine, for example, when something needs to be done with a tree, where a tree can be planted, how far away from a corner, and so on. So those documents are plainly stated, so anybody who wants to know why we're doing what we're doing or who wants to check it out can do so. Another significant difference is we have included the section on defining the heritage trees in town. And these are trees of a certain size and age that have significance to the town. We'll create a list of those trees to the council. The council will act upon that list. The list will be stored in the office. And these are trees only on town property. I need to make that really clear. And those trees then cannot be removed without the tree board and the council's permission. Those trees also receive priority in terms of upkeep and maintenance. And the other thing should have been part of the old ordinance, but it wasn't. We said that we state what state code is in terms of people destroying or damaging trees on town property, people planting their own trees on town property, people, we stated state code, but we had no penalty phase. And the reason we're delayed by a week is you have to have a penalty phase or it doesn't count. And so the ordinance committee looked up what the state requires, allows. So there is a penalty phase in there if somebody takes down a tree or damages a tree. The other difference is, and again, the old ordinance noted what state code was for trees on private property that obstruct street lights, traffic signs. It's the owner's responsibility to trim or remove those trees. The tree board, as long as I've been on it, has always worked very hard with property owners to help them to do that. In some cases, even helping to defray the expense. So for example, there are, I think it's purple plum leaves that are getting pretty close to obstructing the sign to Winchester and points south. So we have sent a letter to the landowner saying, these need to be removed, and if you don't object, we'll do it for you, because it's just little clippings. So we are trying harder to make residents aware of state code, and we're trying to help them to meet state code. So those are the differences. That's a summary.
Yeah.
If there are questions.
Any questions?
Great. If you like, we could amend the agenda to bring forward your ordinance and wrap this up now, or we could wait for regular order. We could,
It needs to be introduced at one meeting and then voted on the next?
well,
or-
it's been introduced. What he
Okay.
has ready is a first reading. We could do it now if you
Yeah.
like. I
Yeah, I have
can,
This is
no
a first
problem.
reading?
let me
No.
make a motion
Oh, I-
that we amend the agenda to bring forward ordinance committee.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, I have an amendment or a motion to bring the ordinance committee forward to vote on the first reading of the tree board. Is that basically your amendment?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
And Greg, all really is necessary is a reading by the title.
Right.
You know, have to-
All right, we got to vote on it, make sure. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, that motion carries. Okay, you got the floor.
Town of Bath Special Ordinance Tree Board 2023-1121, amending ordinance 2005-09, urban tree ordinance of the town of Bath. It was ordered that the town of Bath amend the ordinance as follows, as discussed by Kate at this point. If there's any other questions about this, if anyone wants a copy, we're glad to share that as well.
All right,
I make a motion that we accept for first reading the ordinance presented by the committee
I'll second
chairman.
it.
motion to second on the floor to
Thank you, Tom.
first reading on the amendment for the tree board ordinance. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, first in the book.
You can go back to sleep, Greg.
We'll take it.
He's got a little more to get. Okay, I need a motion to go back to the regular agenda, please.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
All right,
Okay,
done.
good deal. All right, we're back into regular. It's done for the first reading, so we're good.
Excuse me.
Okay, so we both got the same question. Is there a public comment period at the beginning, at the end? Where is it?
At the end.
At the end, okay. Got it.
3 minutes to 10. Okay, moving forward, now we can go on to communications from there. Of course, we got to deck the meters. We're working on right now. Anybody that would like to decorate a meter, please call town hall so we can get you scheduled up. Offices for Thanksgiving, Thursday are gonna be closed. We're also gonna be closed on Friday. We will have to pick up trash Friday morning. Then our guys are going home for the rest of the day. This is, I think a real good thing for our employees to tell them that we really care about what they would do for us all year long. They're out here in snow, sleet, freezing, rain, you name it, mud, everything else, picking up trash and stuff like that. Our ladies in the office are here all year round on the days that need to be. Police department's here, our water guys are here. I think it's just good practice to get in. There's a whole lot of places that are closed the following day after Thanksgiving. So, yes.
Just a question, please. At my building, trash is normally picked up Thursday
We're gonna
morning,
pick them up Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah, if residential trash is on, you get residential trash, we're picking up Wednesday morning along with our other trash. That'll be picked up, and then all others, if there's stuff sitting around, they'll get that. But mostly Fridays, they do business trash, but if there is other trash laying around at residents, they'll pick that up too. So,
Put it out tonight.
what?
So put it out tonight.
Please.
Yeah, it's Wednesday as in tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So.
Picking up Wednesday,
So,
Thursday,
yeah,
Wednesday.
put it out tonight because they'll be picking up tomorrow morning. Residential trash along with commercial, because they do commercial on Wednesdays too. Okay, moving along, free pickup day for leaves, sticks, and twigs, the 29th of November and the 30th of November. Set them out in front of your house, make sure that the leaves are in bags, please, that they don't have to rake stuff up, and make sure that the sticks and stuff are tied in a bundle or something, not very big. We don't want full branches and all that they got to try to break up. Okay. All right, moving forward, Bath Development Authority. They're not here tonight. Their next meeting is the 12/6 at 4:30 at the courthouse. They're going to do, I guess, via Zoom or person. They're in the Parks and Recs. He's not here either. 12:20 at 7 p.m. at the courthouse also. Planning Commission.
So our weekly working group continues. And for those of you that don't know, the weekly working group is primarily focused on the upcoming comprehensive plan review with the various committees. So we go through and look at the old plan and have a good discussion with the committee members. The schedule is in December. We're going to be sitting down with Public Works. In January, we're going to work with the Ordinance Committee. And in February, we'll be with the Cemetery Board. So we're keeping very busy trying to help the committee chairs understand what's in the comprehensive plan. Any questions? Thank you.
No, thanks, Larry.
Thanks, Larry. Okay, let's move on to Rails and Trails.
I will yield to Rebecca to do the 1B.
We are requesting that the council approve a landscaping design proposal for the parcel 1B. We just finished the stormwater feature, but we require a landscape plan to access the second 45% of the grant that we've secured from Chesapeake Bay Trust. It is with Nature Havens. It will be for 100% native plants. And I'm asking for an approval for $2,500 for that contract.
So moved. Second.
We have a motion and a second on the floor to move forward with the Town of Bath Depot Planning Project for $2,500. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So, opposed? Okay, nobody, that motion carries.
Thank you. I was down there today and water is running into it.
Gravity.
No doubt.
Okay. Streetscapes.
Finishing off Rail Trail, there's nothing until I open the bids. No word of different thing. And it was late, but you presumably you all got this.
Mhm.
Status.
Thank you.
Sorry it was late, but you can tell by the size of the state park budget. I've been busy. This is a track for the town, for the council on what has happened with the notice of violation that the town got, the mayor got from the West Virginia Division of Environmental Protection. So, a long story short, the process of answering that notice of violation, the report that has to come, has been placed into the right location. It is the responsibility of the contractor, DeLauder, to explain that and to come back through DOH Division 5. The person, and I forgot her name, but the person that manages environmental stuff for District 5 is kind of in charge of this. I have talked to a number of people and made sure that this is all in the proper lanes to come back. And the answer is it did happen. There is a notice of violation. Sorting that out, 3 items that I listed for you. Sorting that out is underway. One of the first things is to figure out what's day one for the 20-day response time.
That's what's
Right.
gonna be my question,
Well,
is
here's
when
what-
are they required
Well,
to
that's what,
respond?
it's back in DOH's hands to figure out and talk to the DEP people as to why the notice is dated the 27th of October, but they didn't bother to mail it till the 15th of November. Sharon came up with
Yes.
the mail date on the thing. So there's a question right there is when does the 20-day start? So my belief is it doesn't start until you receive it.
So you sign it.
No,
Yes.
Until you receive it. You can't work on it if you don't
Was
have
it
it.
certified mail?
Certified
Yes.
mail
Well, then there's,
is a record. So I
Yeah.
think, and this is really for the Division of Highways to work out. My impression and goal here is that all the research, everything done, it did happen.
It happens.
Yeah, right, there's the witness and somebody in this room sharply spoke to the perpetrators out there about what was going on.
Guilty.
Yeah, and so, but that, at some point, it got into the official channel. There was an official complaint. I don't think I've not seen the complaint, but the result of it is the notice of violation. So Scott, we got your back.
Thank
It was
you.
addressed to you.
Yeah.
So,
I don't need to go to jail.
no, we'll fix that.
I did make a complaint within days after we noticed the sediment in the water. I will forward that.
Okay, but it's, if the complaint triggered this, that's
Yeah.
okay. We're working on it. And that's the key.
But if you want the original.
No, I don't.
They didn't show up until after the fish killed
Yeah,
them.
I don't.
Yeah.
The fish kill is not mentioned in the
Right.
notice. So anyway, just, it's gonna take some time. There's 20 days. The folks down at the front end, a lot understand there's something wrong with the date and the mailing date, but that already has been sent all the way down the chain. So my job is to make sure it comes back. And
Right.
make sure it comes back in a fashion that you get to sign it. I have no idea what the result will be.
Okay.
I mean, you can't go back and fix it,
No.
and there's nothing in the run now. This yesterday and today, all the sandbags, all what was going on with the repointing in the mortar is finished. Bags are gone, and the run is filling up, but there's nobody in it, and there's no sandbags in it. It's going to do what it's going to do.
Right.
So is
Yeah.
it fixed? It healed
What
itself?
do you mean fixed?
No,
You
what
can't-
happened
you
was a significant amount of sediment going into the stream because there were no precautions taken ahead of time. They were told that there's sediment going into the stream and that's not right, and that they needed to contact DEP, and they did not do it. And they didn't do anything else about it. They continued to let that happen. So the sediment that's in the stream is there. Some of it will be removed with this rain,
Yeah.
but it's
It's
still,
going somewhere.
but it's
You
still
cannot undo
a good
this.
bit on
It's
the
like you-
bottom
it's
of
like
the
you
stream.
can't unsee certain things.
Yeah,
It's in
yeah.
that, right. It happened, in reality, it happened when you remember there used to be grassy verges on the edge. Well, they had to be dug out. That was where the problem occurred.
Oh.
So, and they dug it out quickly, but the problem is that everything they moved created a little bit of, sediment run. They did, apparently they didn't protect against it, and they didn't do something to stop it from happening in the first place.
Oh,
So that's what's gonna happen. Well, I don't know what the result is, but usually when you do something that can't be fixed, you get a fine.
Yeah.
If there's a fine, I don't jump on this. If there's a fine, it's gonna go all the way down to the contractor because they did it. And the contract, the solicitation in the contract from DOH to DeLauder has all of the clauses about erosion control, the sediment control.
Right.
So it's on the contractor to do it. That's all the stuff that was validated today. Just working with DOH, I have copies of all of the sections of the requirements and stuff like that. So my stress level of starting last night when I got the thing has diminished,
Did its head down.
because we have some very competent people helping us in DOH. Julie Hartman from Stantec is now the on-site rep. She's a local. She's on the, I think, on the planning commission of the county. And she's just great at finding, putting all the puzzle pieces together and pulling strings and getting it started.
Yeah, we'll wait on
Thank
more.
goodness, Pete.
Yep.
So that's I feel that's enough. The streetscape is okay.
Good deal.
Yeah.
That's what I like to hear. Okay. All right.
That's it. No more questions.
Thanks, Pete. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Train depot.
Okay, you guys know, and many of you were there, and I thank you for that, for the depot grand opening and Veterans Day celebration that we had on November the 11th. We had a good turnout. I think all the vendors were happy. I believe people learned about the history of the depot and the town. We had vendors inside the depot also to explain the history of the county and the depot, the construction. We asked people, had a table where people could give their opinions on future movement of the depot. And so I believe it was overall a good day. Our next step then is to create a group of people who are talented in this way and willing to work on further development and taking the depot to the next level, whatever that may be. I haven't been able to do anything in the past couple weeks or 10 days, but we certainly will. And so I do thank you all for your support and encouragement, and hope for it in the future also. And we can have more things down there. We really can. We can do a lot with that lot. So thank you.
All right. Thanks,
Well
Susan.
done, Susan.
Landmarks Commission. I don't have anybody here. Clerk and Recorder's report, Madam Clerk. Do you have anything?
No, I don't.
Okay, Madam Clerk, the Recorder, do you have anything? Okay. All right.
May I ask, what's the building permit for Fairfax Street?
You have the
Semi-pack.
improvements in your package, just giving you a
Just
brief
for the record,
description
for
of
the
what
public
it's.
record, I wanted to.
Yeah.
Ask you that.
Okay. Well, let's pay some bills.
Okay. All right, we have some bills. We have the Town of Bath bills. I'd like to make a motion that we pay the Town of Bath bills in the amount of $18,277.11.
Second.
Have a motion and a second on the floor to pay the Town of Bath bills in the amount of $18,277.11. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries.
I'd like to make a motion that we pay the Berkeley Springs Water Works bills in the amount of $38,627.05.
Second.
Have a motion and a second on the floor to pay the Berkeley Springs Water Work bills in the amount of $38,627.05. Any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? That motion carries.
Make a motion that we pay the Greenway Cemetery bills in the amount of $5,600.
Second.
I have a motion and a second on the floor to pay the Greenway Cemetery bills in the amount of $5,600. Any discussion?
That's for the mausoleum project.
For the mausoleum, okay. Any discussion? More? All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries.
Make a motion that we pay the train depot bills in the amount of $266.50.
Second.
Have a motion and a second on the floor to pay the train depot bill in the amount of $266.50. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion carries.
Make a motion we pay the streetscapes bills in the amount of $106,999.25.
Second.
Have a motion and a second on the floor to pay the streetscapes bills in the amount of $106,099.25. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carries.
And a motion to pay the tree board bills in the amount of $700.
Second.
Have a motion and a second on the floor to pay the tree board bill in the amount of $700 even. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries too. Good deal. All right, we're done the finance, so let's move on to the tree board. Is there any more to discuss on the tree board? Okay, we got enough then. All right, let's move on to grants, please.
Thanks, Scott. So we have a few irons in the fire at the moment with grants. We are applying for COPS and JAG grant funding for public safety resources. Our contact who's working with us at the West Virginia Grants Resource Center let me know that the new funding cycle, we can't apply until early May, sorry. But we will when that opportunity is available to us. We're moving down our list because we do have a list of things that we are applying for funding for town improvements, with solar panels for the water building. And unfortunately, because we are a municipality, not a private business, we didn't qualify for that. But our grants officer is looking at other opportunities that we might qualify for. Obviously, they generate a lot of electricity over at the water plant, and even a 20% savings would be significant, which is what the estimate we were given would be that we would save. So we are continuing to explore that opportunity. Next up, in addition to the two I just mentioned, is funding for an improved town website that would have more resources and information for visitors to our town, as well as fully built out, which it currently doesn't exist, economic development component in a town website that would be of interest for folks coming in to invest in our town, new businesses and such. And there really isn't, BDA is available, and Travel Berkeley Springs and the Chamber, but the town really should have some more visible presence in that regard for folks who are interested in coming here as developers of properties or just visitors. So that's the next one up. And then along with that one, we're going to apply for, and Rebecca, if you could give me an assist here with this, we have streetscape projects which have been built out, but we ran out of money before, and they're wired for streetlights, but we ran out of money before we could get streetlights. Is that pretty much?
We will be wiring for streetlights.
But you have the grant money to cover that
The wiring,
infrastructure,
correct.
but we ran out before we could get actual streetlights. So that's another funding opportunity we're going to explore. And that's as much as they'll let me do before they actually start writing some grants and move things to the done column. So that's an update on grants.
Okay. Thank you, Mary. All right, public safety. Our next meeting is the 12/13 at 4. Chief, do you have anything? Okay. All right, that's our next meeting. So we'll be meeting here at Town Hall at 4 p.m. Cemetery.
Despite the fact that we have rain and not snow, winter is upon us and it's having an effect upon the contract for the work on the mausoleum. We knew this was a real possibility. So we are continuing to look at that, the contract, and working with the contractor. And as I said, some of the work may have to wait till the spring because the weather is no longer cooperating, but we'll see how that goes. We are meeting with him next Monday, and that's all I have for now.
Okay. Thank you, Beth. Public Works?
We finally got the steering box in, the correct one in for the Kenilworth trash truck. And so that has been repaired and it is ready for use. We're still looking at we are developing a list of where we need pothole fixing. So we'll hopefully get that done next month.
Okay. All right, is that it?
We also, if you go out to the cemetery and see tiny holes, they're for trees.
All right.
Not squirrels, okay.
Okay, sounds
Near
good.
the shed.
Okay. All right, ordinance.
Ordinance, first reading of the tree board ordinance is complete. Thank you, Kate, for all your input. It's very, very helpful. Second reading will be scheduled for the next town hall meeting. As always, we're moving forward on number of issues. Next up, short-term rentals, permits, and licensing in the town of Bath, and also amending our current B&O ordinance. We're studying that as well. And that'll bring us up to date for now.
Okay. All right. Waterworks?
As someone has already previously said, we have some irons in the fire and we are moving forward. There's a couple of taps that have to be put in for prospective customers. And we also are in the process of working together, scheduling the new pump to go in our raw water well so that we can remove the existing pump out and have it repaired so that we have a standby and a full-time pump in that well at all times. Other than that, daily operations are the same. We're doing well.
And you're fully staffed now, yeah?
And we are fully staffed. Yes, thank you, Mary. And the new employee is doing very well. And our OIT is back. He has gone to school for the week, took the exam, and I spoke with him today and he felt very confident that he will be a class 1 operator very soon.
Good job. Good job. All right. All right, thanks, Tom. All right, we come to the point of the meeting where, is there anything else needs to come before council here with the council members? If there isn't, I will open up the floor. You got 3 minutes to speak to us. So, yes, sir.
I'm a newcomer. I moved here in July of 21. I'm a retired United Methodist minister. And of all the places that I looked at to retire to, I chose Berkeley Springs because of the beauty and the kindness of the people. I grew up 40 miles west of here, further back in the hills in a real small town. But I chose Berkeley Springs. There's an issue in the town that I'd like to speak on for less than 3 minutes. It has to do with the mural situation. And as I see it as a newcomer and a person who has a feeling for this town, I think this conflict has 3 dimensions. One is the disentangling of 2 businesses, and that's one part of it. And I agree that that's not the town's concern. But there are 2 other dimensions that I think are relevant to the town's future. One is that when I would invite people to come and visit me, they were all fell in love with that mural because of the spirit of it, the openness of it, the use of the word love. They thought that was really unusual and they loved that, taking pictures. And I've seen tourists taking pictures too. I think it says something about the town that people who come here as tourists like. So I was kind of surprised to see it go. So that's a cultural issue. I understand that. And we're having culture wars here in the United States, and we're part of that. That's unfortunate, but it's a reality. The third dimension that concerns me as well is It's not just about businesses entangling, and it's not just about cultural differences. It's also about property rights. And here the town may have some concern. The question is, on what solid ground does one person act on another person's property? And how could that, I think unfortunately it's going to end up in the courts, be a real court, not an arbitrator, who will apply property law. And that might not reflect well on us. And I'm worried about that because I know that the Washington Post has published things about us before. And I'd hate to see it affect our tourism and our spirit in the town. The other thing is, all the demographic research shows that younger people are for inclusion and openness and feeling good about ourselves. And I'm just concerned for the town's future as a spot for tourism. If younger people get a bad vibe, they're going to go someplace else. So thank you for listening to me.
Sir, can I ask your name, please?
Bob Emmerich.
All right, Bob. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Regina, and I've been here since 1976. I started coming here. I moved here in 1980 for the first time. I love this town, and I thank you all for all the work that you do in this town. I came back here. I chose to come back here after being in lots of different places, and I would never want anybody to tell me what I could put on my wall. If I had a wall and I was going to put up a mural, I mean, I would hope that everyone would be tasteful about what they put up. But my property is my property. And if I want to hire somebody to put something up on my wall, then I'm going to do that. I think this goes a lot deeper. Like you said, your issues that you said, there's a lot of fighting between the businesses that needs to stop, deal with through litigation. And let's move on and be a wonderful town because we are a wonderful town. And I'm not worried about tourism. That's all. Thank you, Regina.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you go first.
I have nothing.
Oh, cool. In that case, those were really beautiful encapsulations. So,
Could you state your name?
Yes.
Paul Johansson, my wife and I own Fairfax Coffee House, Star Theater, Lazy Sunday, employ a lot of people in the town. There's some hurt right now. That's really clear. I think enough people are aware of it. I'm not going to go into that. And all I want to say right now is what I heard right now is going to inform me. And what really matters today is I'm just going to say it really simply. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope you all find something to be thankful for, including one another and us and myself for you. And that's what I'm going to sit with the next couple of days. So I will sit deeply with that, and I hope to be approached by some of you. I'd like to talk further. I'd like to be in a relationship. I'm complete. Thank you. And happy Thanksgiving.
Okay. Anybody else? Evidently not. So I would ask for a common consent to adjourn the meeting. All right.